Welcome back to GMP Scenario, presented by PharmaContentLabs.com.
Let's talk about a scenario that makes any quality professional's heart just skip a beat. That moment an inspector points out a repeat deviation. Yeah, it's a high-stakes situation for sure. But, and this is a big but, if you have the right playbook, you can absolutely navigate it with confidence. So, picture this. You're in the middle of an inspection. It's going okay. The inspector asks for your deviation logs, your trend reports, they're scanning the documents, and then their finger just stops. It's pointing at one line item, and you just know what's coming next. The inspector looks up from the page, and they've found it. It's an echo, a ghost of a problem you really thought you'd already put to bed. And it gets worse. This isn't just a similar issue cropping up somewhere else. Nope. It's happening in the exact same area, the same department.
And this is the final blow. It's not the first repeat. It's one of several. It's official. You've got a repeat deviation on your hands, and it's just been unearthed right in the middle of an inspection. This is the moment things can go from 0 to 60 real fast.
So why is this such a huge deal, right? Why does this one finding carry so much weight? Well, it's because a repeat deviation is never, ever just a simple mistake. To an inspector, it's a symptom of a much, much deeper problem.
Let's be super clear on what we're talking about here. A repeat deviation is an issue that just keeps coming back, even after you've put corrective actions in place. And that's the key phrase. For an inspector, that signals that your system isn't just failing to fix things, it's failing to prevent them from happening over and over again.
From their perspective, a repeat kicks off this whole chain reaction of concerns. First, it screams weak prevention. It's also Exhibit A that your corrective and preventative action plan, your CAPA, wasn't effective. It tells them you're not properly escalating trends, and all of that, it all rolls up into what they see as a governance failure. And that is a major, major red flag.
Okay, deep breath. The problem is on the table. This is absolutely not the time to panic. It's time for a poised, really structured defense. So we're going to walk through a clear, three-step strategy to help you present your case and show you're in control. Here is your playbook. It's that simple. First, you're going to present the complete evidence trail of everything you've done so far. Second, you're going to show them exactly how you made the decisions you made. And third, you're going to commit with a solid plan to a permanent systemic fix. All right, let's break each one of these down. For step one, look, the goal is not to pretend the failure didn't happen. It did. Your job is to prove you were actively trying to prevent it. You need to lay out the root cause analysis you did, the CAPA you put in place, and what the results of your effectiveness checks were. Show your work. Okay, for step two, you have to tackle the elephant in the room. If this was a known repeat, why wasn't it already escalated as a systemic issue? You have to show your decision-making trail. This proves that you have a process for evaluating these things, even if, with hindsight, maybe that conclusion needs another look. And finally, step three. This is all about looking forward. This is where you really take back control of the story. You present a robust, forward-looking plan for a systemic fix with real timelines. You show them the immediate interim controls you're putting in place to contain the risk right now, and you detail how you're going to enhance your monitoring to make sure this problem is solved for good.
Now, underpinning all three of those steps is one single, totally non-negotiable element. It's the foundation of your entire defense. Honestly, without it, you've got nothing. We're talking, of course, about the paper trail.
And this brings us to the biggest mistake I see companies make. The wrong move is trying to explain it all verbally. Relying on memory, on assurances. It's just not going to work. The right move, the only move, is to present the cold, hard, documented proof of every single step you took.
I want you to let this quote really sink in. If it is repeated, show prevention proof. This isn't just some friendly advice, okay? It's a fundamental expectation. Inspectors are literally trained to check for this. They don't want to hear your story. They want to read your records.
So what does that proof actually look like? Well, you need your trend trigger criteria document because that proves you actually have a system for monitoring these things. You absolutely have to have proof that you verified your previous CAPAs were effective. And you need the minutes from your management review to show that leadership was aware and was making decisions. Each document tells a vital piece of your story.
Having a solid defense ready to go is so important. But let's just zoom out for a second. The ultimate goal here isn't just to get better at defending failures.
It's to build a system where these kinds of repeats just don't happen in the first place. And this is the key takeaway for all of this. A strong defense, that's the sign of a prepared organization. But a system that truly prevents repeat deviations, that's the sign of a great one. The work you do today to defend this one finding, that should become the blueprint for making your entire quality system better tomorrow.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to think about. I want you to look at your own processes, your own documents, your own culture, and ask yourself honestly, is your system built to just defend failures when they happen, or is it fundamentally designed to actually prevent them? Because the answer to that question, well, it changes everything.
Thank you for watching. If this helped, like and subscribe. More GMP scenarios coming.